Good morning, everyone. Hi, I'm Jessica from Jessica Dawn Coaching, and I'm hopping on for today's live earlier than was anticipated because a few things in my day have moved around, and I wanted to make sure that I still showed up here. So today, the conversation is about how long should it take to heal? This is a question that kind of comes up in a lot of conversations. It's like, I've been doing this healing work for such a long time and it's still not better. Yeah. Okay, maybe the conversation doesn't go exactly like that, but I know in my own personal healing journey, I've had instances where I'm like, why does this thing still keep coming up years after I've worked on it? And, there's no simple answer. I was chatting with a friend of mine this morning and, she's been off for a while and she's like, I feel like I should be better by now. And it's like, what I said to her is you can't project manage your healing journey, right? You can't know exactly how long things are going to take because it's not a straight line. Healing isn't linear. Healing is more like a spiral. So chances are, if your traumatic event or the thing, it doesn't even have to be trauma, but the thing that you're working on is at the center of that spiral. Your healing journey takes you around it and around it, but it's not a flat spiral. It's one that rises. So once you start working on that issue or that thing that you feel has been holding you back, each time you circle around it and spiral around it, you get a different view of it from a different vantage point. So the closer to the center you are, the more raw it can feel. But, as you rise up, you'll look at it from a different perspective, a higher perspective. You'll have more distance and a spiral expands as well. So you'll have more of a bird's eye view, which allows you to see external factors that you weren't experiencing in that moment. So what this has to do with how long will it take is that it takes as long as it takes. While we're on this planet in these bodies, healing is part of the journey, right? When we're all done, when we've done the whole thing, you know what happens? We go. We're here, we have journeys. Healing is part of our journey. And, you can take that on or you can suffer through it. That's up to you. But what I do know is we're not ever given more than we can handle, even though, and I know personally, I've been like, yeah, I feel like you have given me more than I can handle. But as you come through it on the other side, you do eventually see, no, I actually was given all the tools that I needed to handle this. And it was hard. But those challenges eventually served me. I learned something valuable from them. If you're willing, right? The way that I approach, the soul's journey here on this planet is that, we have these set pieces that we're going to encounter and work through in our lifetime. And we can choose not to, right? We can choose to not deal with those things, and that is completely up to you. But what I've noticed is that makes things harder in the long run. So when our soul and life gives us the opportunity to work through something, that is your opportunity to heal and move through life with more ease. And that issue may rear its head from time to time, but usually it's never as acute. Unless you've been wanting to bury it and it is something that's part of your shadow and it's a shadow piece that you don't want to look at. But when you do start to do the shadow work, it's uncomfortable as all fuck, but it opens up a lot of avenues once you go through it. And again, the time is weird. I remember feeling like as a kid, feeling like the days were just going on forever. The weeks would go on forever. And now months go by in a heartbeat. I don't know if that's a universal experience or if that's just something to do with age, but time doesn't seem like it's all that fixed. So it takes as long as it takes. And it takes as long as it takes, and as long as you're willing to face the things that come up. You know, it'll be longer if you don't sit with the discomfort. So I'm curious to know how this lands. As always, if you have any comments or questions about this, you can pop it into the comments. Next week, we've got a full moon. Lots of stuff going on in the world. You know, the world needs time to heal as well. But we're at a pretty acute moment. So be gentle with yourself, with your nervous system. Take the time to be calm and to meditate and offer yourself what you need. Bye for now. Have a great rest of your week.